Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Black Ops 6. I'm not usually one for conspiracy theories. Usually we talk about skill-based matchmaking, but there's no theory there. It affects every aspect of the Call of Duty multiplayer experience. Other things, however, I don't usually put too much stock into them, but looking at the new event that came out, I think it's safe to say that the community challenge, if you want to call it that, is all one elaborate hoax designed to further push things in the shop, which might sound a little bit crazy, but we are talking about Activision here. So if we look at the event itself, it's slowly going up over time. And I was curious because in previous Call of Duty titles, we would have situations where it didn't really look like we were going to finish the community challenge on time. But then, of course, inevitably, no matter what, I think they can mess with the numbers. They can always make sure that we do finish it on time. So I did the math on this, right? You take the amount of skulls that we have earned as a community so far and divide it by 5, because it's been 5 days since the event went live, we get 3,577,141,633. That is how many of these skulls we as a community are averaging per day. Well, the event is weird. It says that we only have 8 days left, which would imply the event is only going to be 13 days long, but why would they have an event for 13 days as compared to the round even 14 days? But regardless, if we take our daily average, if it's only a 13-day long event, we are going to just miss unlocking the Siren 9mm at the very end for 50 billion of these skulls. But if it's a 14-day event, we just barely by the skin of our teeth unlock the Siren 9mm, which goes to that conspiracy theory that says that this is all just predetermined. Essentially, they're just going to add whatever number of kills they want to the event per day until eventually we go through the entire 14 days of the event with us getting that final reward at the end. Because every single time you open up the event, they force it down your throats almost. They zoom in on the Siren 9mm, they show the community challenge, even though most of the time you just want to check out how much you have for your own personal challenges. I think this is all just predetermined. I don't think that we're actually impacting this community challenge whatsoever. It's there to give off the illusion that we as a community are going through this event, but in reality, they're slowly just drip feeding the new perks and the new score streak, and then eventually the Siren 9mm over the course of 2 weeks. This is made even worse when you look at it like this, because today they dropped a new bundle where you can just unlock the new weapon right away for the low price of $28, which of course would be lower if you buy certain COD Point bundles, but still, we're almost halfway through the event. It doesn't look like we're going to get it on time, or if we do, it's going to be on the very final day of the event, and now there's about a week between now and when we're scheduled essentially to get the new Siren 9mm. They're like, hey, you know that gun that you really want but the community is taking too long to get for you? How about you just buy it? You can now just jump right into the shop and get it. And it's so frustrating, man. It's like clear, obvious manipulation, at least to me. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe tomorrow, for like no reason whatsoever, they're just going to skyrocket the amount of skulls and everything, because there will be a double XP event. We'll be talking about that here in a moment, but the weekend didn't help. When I first looked at this towards the beginning of the weekend, it looked like we were going to come up short when it came to the community challenge, but then we kind of thought to ourselves, well, maybe we're going to get a big boost during the weekend, but no, we're still getting virtually the exact same amount of these skulls every single day, regardless if it's a Tuesday or if it's a Saturday night. You know, it doesn't really seem to matter, because I think the entire thing is predetermined as a way to push people to want to purchase a Siren 9mm out of the shop as compared to waiting for the end of the event. And it's also, again, just so freaking annoying that when you open up the event tab, it forces you to just sit there and stare at the Siren 9mm. Most of the time, we just want to check our own personal progress so we can finish that up before the end of the event, because that's not guaranteed and predetermined. We still have to actually go out there and do it. And when you get 1,000 skulls, you get the power drill melee weapon. Here's going to be some private match gameplay of that, because I'll be perfectly honest, guys, I have zero interest in grinding up another melee weapon after having gotten dark matter. Like, the animation for it's cool. I might mess around with it in zombies. If I do end up getting like the Nebula camo in zombies, then maybe I'll rock that camo on the power drill. But for multiplayer, I don't want to run around with this. So I gave you guys some private match footage here. But yeah, that's my conspiracy theory right now. I'm completely convinced that is what is happening right now within Black Ops 6, which is so scummy. It's like such clear manipulation, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of fans are really going to pay too much attention to that, because starting tomorrow on October 27th, a real event is going to be going live, as we're going to be getting double XP as well as double gobblegums from Wednesday all the way until Monday. It's gonna be like a 5-day double XP weekend essentially, and they're also going to be adding prop hunt. They're going to be bringing back stakeout 24/7, and more importantly, hardcore stakeout 24/7, which is like the go-to place for a lot of the weapons on the dark matter grind. So having all that stuff there is going to be pretty interesting. They also dropped a brand new trailer today for the new zombies map that is going to be coming out on December 5th. And on top of that, to kind of wrap up the little news video here today, Team Ricochet is claiming that they have banned 19,000 players in ranked play since the mode launched, yet it's still completely completely infested. And this brings up the point that if this can happen in a paid game like Black Ops 6, like there's this many hackers and the anti-cheat is just not able to handle that amount of hackers, what's going to happen when Warzone Ranked comes out, for crying out loud? It's a free game, and it's clear that the hacking situation is so far beyond what Team Ricochet is able to handle already, so imagine what it's going to be like when Warzone Ranked comes out, not to mention normal public matches. Like, if ranked play is that bad and it's so noticeable there, what's going on in public matches, man? The amount of people that are probably hacking, or at least like soft cheating in your games, like having a bit of sticky aim and stuff like that. Like the people that are clearly like hacking and shooting through walls and have aimbot and all that, like that's one thing. But what about the people out there who are just using different devices and whatever to give themselves like a little bit better aim, like a little bit more tight aim assist, a little bit better tracking and things like that? There's no way the Team Ricochet here is going to be able to handle those people if they can't ban the people that are clearly and obviously cheating. Like, holy hell, man. And I have a feeling a lot of this is coming down to the fact that we're around Thanksgiving right now. I'm betting, I'm not sure, but I'm betting that probably a lot of people at Activision and Treyarch are taking time off for the holiday. They're traveling, seeing family and whatnot. So the hacking situation, if it is going to be fixed, it's not going to be fixed until like next week or the week after that, because chances are everybody is off for the holiday right now, which is why they're just going to be activating double XP and double gobblegums and adding in Stakeout 24/7 and all of that, just to give fans something to think about and something to do while they're all away from the office before they can come back and actually start to work towards fixing this stuff. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this video here today. Just kind of a bit of a news update. We got a bunch of random things coming out, you know, like the double XP event, the Zombies trailer, Team Ricochet's statement on what's happening in ranked play. But the big thing for me, I just wanted to check it because I was curious, and a lot of you guys were curious as well. I remember you guys remembering the whole fiasco that we had back during Call of Duty World War II with all of their community challenges and everything. I think you guys pointed out that Black Ops 4 had the same problem as well. But I was just curious, you know, so I just took the amount of skulls that we had at 3 p.m. here today. The event itself technically went live 5 days ago in 2 hours, but regardless, the numbers are pretty close, and it comes out that we're just barely by the skin of our teeth going to get this done on the very last day of the event, which really does imply to me that this is all just predetermined, and it's there to make you feel like you're contributing, but also adding in a bit of that FOMO. You know, if we're at the very end of the event, it's a final day, and we still need, I don't know, like 10 billion skulls or something like that, maybe the entire community is gonna be like, oh no, we have to actually play, get as many kills as you can, we have to actually finish this event, otherwise they won't give us the content. There's not a reality where we don't get everything from the community event. Like, imagine if we just all stopped playing. This will never happen, but imagine if everybody stopped playing and nobody was on Black Ops 6 whatsoever for the remainder of the event, and we just did not end up getting the new perks, we just did not end up getting the new hand cannon, they didn't add this here 9mm. Activision's over there like, you know what, you guys didn't want it, you guys don't get it, too bad. You know, like, I could never see that happening. It's all predetermined, man. And again, I'm not huge into conspiracy theories. I mostly talk about what we actually know, things like skill-based matchmaking and everything, but this just seems too perfect for me not to have made a video on it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this video here today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.